Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with my partners, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, Doris Burke on the sideline, as we get ready to start the season in style. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Atlanta, Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. Goose out there with Jordan, and it's Thompson in at the three circle.
Jonas Valanciunas bulked up going into last season and tore up the NBA Summer League. Big things expected, but he sort of plateaued a bit in year two, but I still think the future's bright for him.
Atlanta on D, down low, and he takes that one up and powers it through. Absolutely, Clark. No one in his airspace on that dunk.
Yeah, but come on, Kevin. The defense can't let that happen.
I hope they let it happen more. It's fun to watch that guy fly.
Just a gift, 2 points they gave up. That's awful.
And here's Lowry. To the inside. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here.
He had no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
Now here is Lowry. Here's Valanciunas. Here's Patterson. Al Horford with the rebound. Leaps for it. And stolen by Patterson. And he gets it to go. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Outside for Jordan. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Goose. Millsap passes to Goose. Puts up a three. Another three for Atlanta. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
Oh,
get it!
Oh, watch out now.
Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
Oh, man, that was a circus dunk.
Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target. You have to give the Hawks a lot of credit for what they did last season. They knew they were going to lose some players and have to hit the reset button and recalibrate a bit, but they did so quite smoothly.
The Hawks have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Deflects the pass and stolen by Patterson. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
See some of the numbers here for DeMar DeRozan. Good season for him last year. Averaged about 22 points a game, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. The points have been coming for him at a prodigious rate. And that's exactly what they depend on, his scoring ability and his drive.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he is, a driven player, Steve. Someone who can take an opposing defense and just shatter it with his ability.
Well, for the Hawks, it's been 2 years of big names like Joe Johnson and Josh Smith leaving. Steve, they still remain competitive.
Well, they always seem to have a backup plan in place for whenever a star player leaves. And really, this has been the plan all along, the foresight to create space and picks and cap room. They're trying to build something special here. And, of course, it takes time.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I caught up with head coach Dwayne Casey. He talked about the impact that Al Horford can have on a game and how they'll have their work cut out for them dealing with him. He said Horford's just a complete ball player. He does all the things you want from a big man. He can shoot, handle, and pass. He's always a tough matchup, but it starts with matching his energy level. Kevin, we'll see if they have what it takes.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Johnson, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Terrence Ross comes in for Johnson. Williams, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Vasquez in for Kyle Lowry. They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Well, Kevin, a look here at last year in the NBA where the Raptors ranked. 5th in free throw percentage, 7th in opponent points per game, and they were top 10 in three-point shooting. That's a huge part of their offensive attack.
I was just really impressed with the free throw shooting that you mentioned. Top 5 in the league in free throw percentage. Says a lot about their concentration and their focus as a team. And this is a key part of the game for this team. They've got to get to the line and knock them down to have a chance to win.
Ross dishes to Johnson. Here's Vasquez from outside off the mark.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Scott with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up, pushing their lead to double digits. Thompson's got 6.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
Toronto, Canada, the home for the NBA All-Star Game next season. We know how global the NBA is. A lot of excitement and anticipation here in the T-Dot for a celebration of basketball.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Here's Muscala, makes it off the glass.
Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
Here's Goose. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
They've built a big lead here early.
Both defensively and offensively. They've been terrific right from the tip.
Now here's Vasquez. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. By himself.
Oh, ridiculous.
What a move.
Tore it down that time.
The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Yeah, that is Showtime stuff right there. Major highlight reel material.
Bring your costume. It's Halloween.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. If you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And we're ready to get going once more. And the players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Lowry and Williams, the guards. Johnson is out there with Jonas Valanciunas, and it's DeRozan in at the small forward spot. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. Johnson kicks to Valanciunas. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Valanciunas has got 8 points.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint. Another good pass, and their offensive execution has been impressive, to say the least.
The last 4 field goals have been assisted. Yeah, passing has kept the defense off balance, but to get assists, you got to make the shots.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Makes it off the glass.
Coach Mike Budenholzer got early consideration for Coach of the Year award honors in Atlanta before a rash of injuries just sidetracked their season, but a promising young head coach, really sharp.
So for the Hawks, Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Jordan. Korver comes in for Dennis Schroeder, and it's Teague in for Goose. Teague the pass to Thompson. Another 3 for Atlanta. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Coach Budenholzer still in his early 40s and led the Hawks to a scrappy performance in last year's playoffs.
I was very impressed with the job he did
too.
as the head coach of the Atlanta Hawks in his first season. They were forced to go small with the injuries along the front line, so he went with the spread out, small ball style of play, great spacing, movement offensively, and really was effective with it as they pushed the Pacers to the brink in that first round playoff series. Well, it's really hard to find a more pure, accurate shooting stroke than Klay Thompson's. I mean, every season over 40% from distance, but he's working to diversify his offensive game. You know, he's posting up and using his ball handling skills to get inside some.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kevin, Klay Thompson is already an elite shooter, but he isn't done yet. He wants to be a complete off guard. He said, I'm trying to attack more. Everyone knows my jumper is the base of my game, but to be an all-star caliber player one day, I have to finish at the rim. I have to dunk more, show people I can jump. Guys?
He keeps adding layers to his game. Thank you, Doris. And Thompson worked hard on his explosiveness and finishing. He predicted, Steve, a poster dunk last season and delivered against Kyle Singler. Remember that of the Pistons?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's been trying to go inside more. And last year, he thought, he'd have to work at it to get to the line more. Only averaged about 2 free throw attempts per game for his career. So that's the next step for him to be more aggressive attacking.
Outside Williams. Passes it to Lowry. Thompson with the block. And here we go with Horford running up the court. Korver, good.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And it's not just great offense, Clark. The defense is really lacking. Not enough energy on their closeouts.
And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
When the size advantage is that pronounced, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle.
Amir Johnson's checked in for the Raptors. Vasquez comes in for Williams. Then for the Hawks, Mike Scott comes in for Al Horford. And Damari Carroll subbed in for Paul Millsap. Goose, he's checked in for Teague. Johnson kicks to DeRozan. Clock at 6. The drive by Lowry. Here's Valanciunas. No good again that time. It's stolen by Johnson. Rebounded by the Hawks. This, of course, their first chance to take a look at this year's Toronto squad.
Yeah, a very familiar opponent. They've played these guys an awful lot over the years, and this is the first of their 4 get-togethers this season.
And for the Raptors, they're shooting well, 50% from the floor. So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Patterson, he's checked in for Toronto. Ross comes in for Kyle Lowry. And then for Atlanta, Millsap comes in for Thompson. And it's Jordan in for Kyle Korver. On defense, Atlanta. This is to Patterson. Toronto working the ball around now. Ross, that's good.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Outside for Millsap. Another 3 for Atlanta.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down.
And that is not easy, Steve. I mean, to take the bump, to maintain control of your body, and put it in the hole, tremendous play.
Ross with the steal. Fast break Toronto. Ross leading the charge. There's 38 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Toronto shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Well, pretty good numbers for this club a year ago, Kevin. 78% as a team from the free throw line.
Success at the line just became contagious for them. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
Amir Johnson drafted straight out of high school back in 2005, now in his 10th season in the NBA, and he's only entering his prime now.